we're just gonna go for it. So this is gonna be the NT4 hacking game. It's a government type thing. It's really cool. I actually did the regular kind of just non-account based, just kind of go for it and start doing stuff. So I did the tutorial, so I'll kind of go through it real quick. It's the academy. Once you do that, you unlock the story mode here. So the Stinger basics.
The Stinger operating system is our own cyber warfare and network intrusion.
It's really cool. They
platform.
give you real life preferences over here, or real life references rather. So if you click these, they actually open up into external websites where you can learn more about the kind of stuff that you're going to learn here in the training.
You'll recognize similarities. Zoning out already. Okay, I know most of you have the attention span of a goldfish.
She talks up here.
Basic training, but mastering
it's
this
cool, but
platform is key to becoming a lethal cyber warfare agent in the field.
A lot of it's just talk.
Com check 1127.
And this guy Dylan, he's going to go through and talk about, basically kind of give you the overview of the training itself, and you can't actually start it. You can see the little icon down there. You can't actually start it until he's finished reading, but here's the objectives, and then they will display up here in the top right, you'll see.
Drag the window around a bit and complete the test by typing the command help.
I want to say this game is probably from 2015, I think, 2016, somewhere around there. But they put out an update that was recent, maybe a couple years ago, I want to say. So it's not like fairly new, but it's not fairly old either. All right, so we'll start training. It pretty much walks you through, clicks you, tells you, highlights what you need. Like I said, all the information is up here. So once you complete something, it will open up and tell you the next thing that you gotta do. Right, so I just filled that. So we're gonna run a, basically at this point, just once you get familiar with it, right? So drag the window around. I can map it there, move it there, down here, and help. Okay, training complete. So we're gonna close this and go back to training.
Excellent. You can listen and follow basic orders.
That's the only problem, is you can't skip through this. So I've already done this. I spent 3.5 hours doing this on the what they call incognito mode.
Division 40 is in charge of IMINS, the Imagery Intelligence section.
38, negative 77.
Measurement and signature intelligence. They provide you with satellite feeds and drone coverage during operations.
What I actually found was really interesting about this as well was there's a lot of crossover between game and real life, which I thought was really interesting. Like I said, Kali Pen Test is an actual OS that they use for pen testing. Metasploit is an actual Metasploit framework, which I think is extremely interesting as well. That they actually integrated that, but it's nice because it's a game, but you can use it as a learning platform if you want to kind of get into this whole thing. This is government based, so they do actually kind of use tools that the alphabet soup companies use. I won't say their names, but there are references to software that were leaked out by a certain whistleblower. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. You'll see, I'll kind of point it out, and you'll notice it too if you follow any of that. So at this point, we're going to do 38, negative 77, and hit enter. And graphics are cool. I do like that it's graphical. There are some, terminal-based games for hacking, which are cool as well, but, the movies make it seem like it's click the back to globe. Yep. So back to globe. The movies make it seem like it's all kind of point and click like this, and there are the OS is real. They do have some stuff that is, but if you click a lot of these, they're not like, I mean, if you were to open a lot of these in the actual Kali OS, there, it's actually, I mean, like this is a terminal type thing, right? So this is not like buttons and whatnot. Like I'll show you, and you'll see it here, but the Where is it? Fox Acid
Fox
Scanner.
Acid
This is
server
graphical,
connection
more graphical,
initiated.
but this is terminal. So, good combination of things, but it's really interesting. So we're gonna go back to here, kind of breeze through the training as much as we can.
Nice! Before completing the certification, I want you to check out your agent profile. It's
And
at
I
the
can't
top
even do
left
it
of
until
your Stinger OS.
done,
Change your
see.
avatar and return here to finish this certification.
Okay, so yeah, do that, and nice little flower of life there. Done. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna go back. Now we're gonna do basic OSINT. OSINT, if you don't know, is open source intelligence.
Agent Dill.
So we're gonna kind of skip through the
Man,
transcript
I
over
love this
here
part.
and just get to this
It's fun
part.
to see what you newbies are made of and separate the wheat from the chaff. Right. Domain name reconnaissance. You'll need the DNS and vhost mapping module, which you'll find in the information gathering menu. The first command you've got to learn is the sfuzzer. Sfuzzer launches a good old-fashioned dictionary attack against the domain name, trying thousands of the most common subdomains used on the net. If you sfuzz a domain name like NiteTeam4.com, the dictionary will first try the obvious www before moving on to other subdomains like mail, FTP, or extranet.niteteam4.com. Each time a domain name answers positively to an sfuzzer request, it will show as active. Since that's all automated, you just need to decide how long to run the dictionary attack. The longer you run it, the more words it tries, and the more potential access points you gain. Remember, the attack always starts with the most common words. 10 to 20 seconds is a good enough benchmark for easy targets. Well, what are you waiting for? You're the one who needs to get certified, not me. Open that DNS and vhost module and launch a 10-second dictionary attack on the domain name NiteTeam4.com. If you get stuck, follow the instructions on the terminal.
Alright, so here we go. So this is when we're going to start doing the actual
Information
gathering.
module initiated.
There's NiteTeam4.com -T10. So these are basic steps. Not that I'm like a hacker or anything, but these are basic steps to intelligence gathering. Basically, is you have to kind of probe. That's why there's all information gathering, and you use all these things here to get the information. Then once you do that, you actually use that information found here to do. So it's very linear. I want to say literal and it's straight line. I can't think of the word right now. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, these are other tools over here that you can use. And if you'll see this one looks very familiar from a certain whistleblower. Anyway, so we completed it. We found the domains, and it took 1, 5, and 7 seconds to find those. So
Another way of finding domain names
this is probably the
through a
longest
search
part of it,
engine
and I
database
really don't want
like
to do another
Google,
3.5
Yahoo,
hours
Bing, and the likes.
of this.
Ask Jeeves isn't as useful anymore. Sometimes a search engine will accidentally index a private subdomain because of an oversight, leaked reference, or careless third party. We're here to take advantage of that mistake. I want you to use the OSINTSCAN command on NiteTeam4.com and specify a database to look through. To look through Google database, you will type -s google.com. To ask for the first 500 results in the search engine, you simply add -d 500. So, your final command will be OSINTSCAN -s google.com -d 500. If you get stuck, the instruction should help.
Alright. So we're going to do
Information
OSCAN
gathering module
and
initiated.
OSINT scan NiteTeam4.com s google.com. So the S is the site. We're going to search google.com and we're going to go 500 deep. What? Oh, I knew it. OSINT. SCN. Yeah, if I could type right, yeah. That's always a problem. Typing accurately. So it looks like it found a couple more sites. Obviously, they use an Apache server for their web server. Code is, I think, for entering codes. Server is, because I looked at some of these. If you actually go to their website, they're actually legit. Test is not legit though.
Excellent work.
All right.
You know what you have now? The expertise to quickly identify potential entry points in an enemy network. You have the keys to their house. Of course, once you're inside the house, you'll need a new strategy. There's one last trick to the OSIntscan command. Sometimes, a server can host multiple domains. Though one domain could be protected, another could be vulnerable. IP addresses are unique numbers that identify internet servers, and if you search by IP, you'll find all domains and subdomains present on that server. This doesn't just locate entry points. It helps discover links between organizations, like a supplier or a sister company that shares the same server. Right, let's finish up. Execute an OSIntscan on our IP address, 98.124.199.93.
Who says point? It's dot. All right.
Information gathering
So I'm gonna
module
do
initiated.
OSIntscan 98.124.199.93. I do actually like that they use like actual IP addresses. Bing.com. Oops. Bing.com. D500. Instead of like, some of those movies that use IP addresses that are, way outside of the scope. Way higher octets. Okay. Cool. Leveling up. Let's go back. We gotta do both of them anyway, but we'll do advanced OSINT.
You're almost there.
Okay.
Time to play around with the tools you've learned.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
set up
yeah.
various subdomains on NiteTeam4.com, and I want you to test out different...
Yeah, we can actually. Oh yeah, we can skip through that. Cool. All right.
Information gathering module initiated.
So we're gonna do sfuzzer and NiteTeam4.com T5. Basically, it's just to get you familiar with kind of. Oh, I got Terminal Library 3. How it works, right? So this is gonna find 2, and the nice thing is it's just like terminal. You hit the up key, and you can do your last command. So in 5 seconds, it found these 2. In 20, I think it finds 3 or 4. Yeah, 15 seconds. Okay. Cool. Congratulations. Training completed. Go back.
Now, I want you to see the difference between an sfuzzer and OSIntscan again.
What's the difference? sfuzzer and so we gotta run this again. Okay, and oh, that was 15. Oops, my bad. My bad. Okay, so OSInt, I always call it OSINT. OSIntscan. NiteTeam4.com, Google.com, D500. I think the OSIntscan does 150 search results per second. I think it's what it is. Or maybe it's the sfuzzer. So yeah, you can see it. This found 4, and the OSIntscan found 5 with an IP address. So back to certification. Find subdomain forums.
Excellent! Time for a little test. I've hidden the subdomain
Hidden it.
forums.niteteam4.com. Use what you've learned so far to find it.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna skip. Okay. So we're gonna actually do S fuzzer, and you're gonna love this. For NiteTeam4.com. T41. 41 is what it's gonna be. Because right here it's gonna say 41. Just be glad that I'm not doing this training for the first time on video, because the other one was 3.5 hours. So it was 30. Okay, I think it was a different one that was 41. I scanned something for 45 seconds, and at 41 it came up. So it was one of those there tricking you. So 30. So it's 30 seconds. Okay. Yay. Okay, got that. Back, and let's do fingerprint now.
Look how far you've come.
Yeah. So
Time
here
to
you can
learn
see
more
the
about our
port scanner.
target. Fingerprint commands are pretty straightforward. To scan the www subdomain, type.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that. Fingerprint.
Information gathering module
So
initiated.
fingerprint NiteTeam4.com. Oh, because I always do that. Fingerprint. Okay, so this basically will find the vulnerabilities, what technology they're using, so you can basically gain access to them. You'll see that this says up to date. It's using Apache technology, and it's on port 80, which is web traffic. Okay.
As you can see, we're running an Apache server on port 80 for our website.
Right.
Simple
See?
stuff, and thankfully, the fingerprint module
Just
didn't
a web server.
identify any vulnerabilities. Can't have the public face of our organization.
No, of course not. All right, so we're gonna do fingerprint. Make sure I can type this right. Test.NiteTeam4.com. It's not an actual URL, so you can't go to it outside of the game. Okay, so they have a VS-FTP-D, which is a FTP daemon, port 21, and a POP3, which is a mail server, and that uses 110. It's nice to actually know a little bit something about technology, even if I don't know all these tools and things, but
You'll now realize it's possible for a domain name to have multiple ports. In this case, none of them are vulnerable, but I'm going to give you access to a vulnerable technology. I want you to target the sub...
okay, so we're going to do fingerprint server.NiteTeam4.com. So these green found a port or technology that's open. It doesn't mean that it's vulnerable. It just means that it's, you'll see it say vulnerable here, like that. So SQL, MySQL technology version here. These ports they don't link to anything. They're just, I think they're called ephemeral. They're just random ports that are randomly generated. Like this 6446 is not a specific port. It's just something that they use, unless that's what SQL uses. Could be wrong there. Okay, getting through this. And exploit database.
With information on your target.
Let's start
So basically,
with
we're
the
going to take the
normal attack
information.
vector.
We found the
Pull up your
vulnerability.
data.
We're going to close that. Yes, we can get through that much faster. So we're going to actually do the open gathering, find vulnerability, unfreaking. Okay, so since we have the actual address, freekevin.net. That's the thing. That's what it
Information
was.
gathering module initiated.
That's fuzzer. And I think it was if I can, maybe I might be able to do it here. Fingerprint forums.freekevin.net. It might be what it was. While that's going over here. I don't think it was forums. No, it's up to date. sfuzzer freekevin.net, and this we're gonna do 45 on this one. Oops, T45. So it's gonna scan for 45 seconds, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna open up another one.
Information gathering module.
Yeah, I know. Allows you to have multiple
initiated.
instances, same window or space. Remember, you can always switch from one to drag your windows, rearrange them. Yep, I know. Can I put it there? No. Say they have a webmail. Maybe it was webmail. Fingerprint webmail.freekevin.net. That one might have been the one. But OSINT. Ooh, it was the intranet. That's what it was. Nope. Fingerprint. Intranet.freekevin.net. That's what it was, because I think it was like 3 that popped here. Yep, that's what it was. Vulnerability in SharePoint. Yeah, see? Makes you think I just went through this or something. Let me go back here. Okay. Now, we
Well done.
are going to take the vulnerability exploit database.
Information gathering module.
We're going to type in
initiated.
search exploit SharePoint 2007. And that basically tells us, okay, yeah, there was a CVE for SharePoint 2007 SP2. It uses the TCP protocol to connect on 8082, and it's a custom SOAP request. So we're going to go back here. Yep.
Awesome.
Enter the command for search exploit
Let's go
CRM
for one more
4.0.
exploit.
Information gathering module.
Search exploit
initiated.
CRM 4.0. So this one is RPC SS with RPC listener server, and uses UDP, and it's also SOAP requests as well. Yay, new rank, cool. And we're gonna do Fox Acid. So Fox Acid, I always forget about this one. It's actually what you use to break into a server and
You're
basically
almost
add
done.
it to your list
You
of
know the drill.
servers.
Find a vulnerable.
Alright, so we're gonna open the DNS
Information gathering module.
information module.
initiated.
Okay, and then we're gonna do CyberDyne, which is great. So we're gonna do sfuzzer cyberdyne-group.net -T45. I always feel like it's gonna be one of these. Cyberdyne Group from Terminator. And I'll open up that.
Information gathering module. Initiated.
Oh yeah, you know what? We can actually just do fingerprinting in here. So this will all be
module.
DNS
Initiated.
and hosting,
Information gathering module. Initiated.
and this will be fingerprinting, and this can be exploit databases,
Information gathering module. Initiated.
and this can be WMI. we'll use that at some
Information
point.
gathering module. Initiated.
Alright, what do we find here? 31 vpn.cyberdynegroup.com. Alright, so we're going to find vulnerable. I think it was this one, vpn.cyberdynegroup.net, because it was a Cisco
Information
VPN
gathering
vulnerability,
module.
I believe is what it was.
Initiated.
Exploit to search, exploit, Cisco Cyberdyne Group. .net. No. Fingerprint VPN. That's what it was. My bad. I was like, wait a second. I know there is one. Yep, vulnerable Cisco VPN client. So of course we're gonna have to go through here, launch exploit database, enter Cisco VPN. I was a little ahead of it, but that's the whole point. Cisco, search exploit Cisco VPN client. If I could type, there it is. 5.x through this one. It's a spoof. It uses UDP. Those are like the really main things you gotta know. Alright, we'll go back here. Oh, yeah, it's already. We need to, like, launch it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Done.
Gathering module initiated.
Alright, I know I'm already ahead of you, training. Alright, so this is where we actually.
This is it.
We actually do it. So. Fox Acid server.
Fox Acid server
Delivery is going to be
initiated.
UDP. Exploit is going to be. What was it? Spoof. Content spoofing. Rootkit is after midnight. Target URL is VPN. And you'll see there's 3 known vulnerabilities. We're going to start
Fox
by doing the
Acid
hand.
attack launched.
And this is actually going to use the vulnerability and get us into the server.
Fox Acid attack successful.
Okay, so now we can now filter the Turbine C2 network cards by toggling the 4 categories. Cool. So, yep, back to certification. Certificate granted, plus the mission. Yeah, so now unlock story mode.
It is
But
with
we're
great
still gonna
pleasure
do-
that I
Okay. Training. So that was all basic. Basic is done. Digital forensics file browser. And we're gonna start that.
welcome to advanced training.
Well, look who's now a
So we're gonna connect to the card down
Turbine
here, which is
C2
Cyberdyne
registry connection
VPN.
completed.
First step, right?
Turbine C2 registry initiated.
Yeah, no, we're connected. Oh, we want to connect to this
Turbine
one.
C connection completed.
Okay. Network intrusion, and then we want to do password attack.
Password attack and intrusion module initiated.
Enter target is FTP. NiteTeam4.com. D Voorhees.
Target
John the
acquired.
Ripper.
Awaiting variables
John the
to
Ripper
launch
is a
attack.
specific tool that you use to password
Attack launched.
brute force passwords. It's a dictionary attacker. His super secret password is just Jason.
Password successfully
See?
compromised.
Back to certification. Okay. Yep. Alright. File browser. We want to connect to FTP. Oops. 192.168.1.5, which is a local network. And the thing I don't like about this is if I was, well, I mean, I guess it could be anything, but if you're going to have your own home network, you could do that. But if you're on like a regular network, the 1 and the low numbers are for servers typically. So we're going to do this. And he's got this cool stuff in here. It just leads you to a dead end. I'll show you though. Personal stuff, off limits. Obviously it makes you want to go in there. Boring finance reports. Well, I'd never look in boring finance reports. Not porn. Well, that's not suspicious. Made you look. I thought that was funny. But yeah, this you can see this is GUI instead of doing like ls and cd to change directory, which, you know, I will show that in a different game, which is cool. But that's if you're using like a Linux interface. This is a Linux interface, but a different kind of Linux. Add that to my code file. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, we broke in. Got your stuff. Okay. I want to upload. So essentially, browser 192.168.1.5, and we're gonna load that one, and we're gonna go in his root, and we're gonna upload this Bank of China savings. Okay, done. Pretty simple. I don't want to delete it. Okay, breezing through this. Okay, X key score basics. Yeah. So this is the one I was talking about.
X key score. You're going to grow to love this thing. Does most of the heavy lifting for us. Trust me, it saves a ton of time and effort. X key score is the last icon at the bottom of your screen, the one that looks like an eye.
I'll let this guy talk for a second on this one.
When you import data points into X key score, it analyzes and tags them as organizations and individual entities, or else data sources, for things like bank accounts, financial transactions, or traffic cams. I've loaded 2 entities into your database. Drag and drop them in the center of the screen and select the IDs and records pattern. This will task X key score to find.
Alright, so we're gonna just open it up.
X key score
So this is what it looks like. You drag them, hit IDs and records up here, and then you scan down here. And then this is his file. So I'm gonna click to zoom, add the case file, and then you can zoom around. If you click this button, it opens up in your web browser, which is really cool, so you can see it kind of off screen. I like that when I'm doing actual missions, so I can copy and paste stuff if I need to, but which is cool because you can copy and paste in the game.
That's me. Hard to.
Yep. So now we're gonna do it and create a link between Catherine and create a link. Oh, that's the link. So that's hers, and this is theirs. So this is the link, is he's reporting to her now. Okay. Cool. Done with that.
Great.
Alright. I don't even know what this one is.
X key score forensics.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Initiated.
Okay. So Black Watchman and NiteTeam 4. Actually, it was like John Taylor and Oscar Bryan. Okay. Got that one. That's what I needed right there. So now I'm gonna clear out and I'm gonna do this one and John Taylor. So basically what we're doing is we're finding, this is what we need, I think it is. We're actually finding, this is the one, yep, sigil. That's a new one. No. We're actually finding connections here. So find a connection between sigil and the Black Watchman, right? So we're just, this is it's a connection matching software. So now we're gonna go up here, sigil, Black Watchman, and you could do like, you know, just 2, but you can do 3. So here's the threat port. Yeah. It's very weird. There's some kind of weird creature, it looks like. Theta Rift capture report. And the right shoulder incapacity in them. Set it, transfer back to the research site. I don't know what sometimes I just find these things really interesting. Rift Intercept Squad was assembled. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so do that. And mobile forensics. This one was okay.
Great work, Agent.
I mean, it was cool, but...
Let's start by...
Cybercore network using your SD card. Okay. Cyberdawn
Turbine
network.
C2 connection completed.
So you can only be connected to one VPN at a time. So we're connect there.
X key score forensics.
Cyber9 and
initiated.
Sarah. Or Sasha, rather. Okay, so we got her employee record. And John Dyson. Let's zoom in on this. There's nothing important in this. But we are going to add in John Dyson and do a scan. And John Dyson's going to give her her welcome letter. Official welcome employee. So we're going to zoom. We're going to do... Can we not? Okay, in this case, I'm going to open that up in a browser. And also it has her... We're going to add this to... So it has the URL for their internal site. Username is S. Brewster. And then the phone information here, the vendor is LG, and here's the MAC address, and that's what you'll need. I don't know why that they actually... So we're going to run a fingerprint on...
Information gathering module initiated.
Print snet.cyberdynegroup.net. Let's see what we find. Okay. Great. It's nice when you actually get the mission, because then you don't get all those like have to come back here and you just kind of keep going. Okay, so connect to Sasha Brewster's cell phone using the phone and X key score. Okay, so we're gonna do phone CID backdoor.
Network intrusion module initiated.
The one thing I hate about this is 6A. You have to actually put the colon in. 7D. 69. 64. 51. 56. And then it's a LG. So I can start intrusion. Nice little software here, right? So for this, you can enable the mic, enable the camera, you can activate GPS, you do all kinds of stuff. But you want to go in the notes. There's a temporary password in here, and it's a riddle. There is a house. One enters it blind and comes out seeing. What is it? So we're gonna go back to the certification. So basically,
Looks like we have what we need to. Humanity has had almost 4,000 years to solve
the
it,
riddle is
but I'm only giving
school.
you 5 more seconds. Time's up. The answer is school. We enter school blind, without knowledge, and come out the other side a learned scholar, able to see the world. Clever, right? I'm a sucker for
No,
ancient
that's
Sumeria. Well, actually all of Mesopotamia. Anytime you want to chat Bronze Age civilizations, I'm your guy. But I won't always be here to help you with stuff like this. So from time to time, you'll have to leave the Stinger OS to do some research in the real world
Anyway.
or online.
Yeah.
Let's hope Sash...
Okay. Alright, and we're gonna close connection. File browser. Down here. snet.cyberdyne. Group.net. Gonna connect, and it's actually not in there, so it's S. Brewster School. And we're connected. We want to upload a virus. Projects, algorithms, AzureNet. Upload the virus. Okay, done. Disconnect from their network.
Turbine C2 registry.
Let's
Network
disconnect.
disconnected.
If it's green, it means you can connect. If it's red, it means you're connected, you want to disconnect. Okay. Gonna go back. Alright, so network intrusion. So we breezed through those first two pretty quick, actually. Digital forensics and basic. The network intrusion is pretty quick. Or I should say pretty long. We'll start here with social engineering. But
So
it's nice
you're
because we can close all this out and just go through it. So first, we're going to do open the network intrusion menu and social engineering toolkit. It's called set. We're going to do one. We're going to build an email database. We're going to build an email crawler. And the domain is NiteTeam4.com. Done. Just going to go back.
You can also build
Damn,
a valid
that-
email
I didn't
list
really do
using a
any of that.
dictionary attack. This function crawls LinkedIn to gather all the target company's employees and then
Trying to
tests
rush through
various
this.
email patterns to identify the company's naming convention. Once the initial valid email list is ready, the function adds the most common names to the database to increase your chances of success. Cool, right? This time,
Yeah.
build your database targeting the Black Watchman.
The Black
Don't forget-
Watchman. Alright, so we're going to do social engineering. Okay. We're going to do a spear phishing. We're going to build an email database. We're going to do a dictionary pattern. And it's the Black Watchman. So basically the dictionary pattern looks for keywords. And it searches keywords all over and comes up with where it can find email addresses. Okay, so we're done with that. Done. Next one we'll be doing Sunshade Corp,
Now that you
and
know how to build a good email,
we'll actually be launching a payload. Social engineering, one. Building is gonna be 2 dictionary Sunshade Corp. Okay, now we're gonna create the file. It's gonna be a Microsoft Word, and then we're going to create a payload, and it's gonna be a reverse shell, which gives us basically a connection. And we're gonna craft an email template. It's gonna be a sales report. And we're gonna do monthly sales, and the alias is generate sales at sunshadecorp.com. Yep, and we'll just say yes. It doesn't matter what you put in there. But yeah, so they're gonna open them. It tells you how many bounced, how many what got filtered to spam, how many made their inbox, how many have opened,
Turbine
and we want
C2
Paul or
registered.
Leon rather.
Initiated.
Cool.
Connection completed.
Now we connect to Leon, and we're in like Flynn. Network scanning.
Okay.
the WMI module is
WMI. So this, the Windows Management Instrument interface, it's basically once you connect,
Information gathering
you can
module
everything has a
initiated.
service, and you can connect like Windows Instrument, so NetScan. So like you can see what's running. You can see like Windows 32 services, if it's a file share, a database, or what kind of share it is. Here's Active Directory. Here's an IT mainframe, timesheets, and a user. So cool. Done that. We're just going right along now.
each
So basically, I don't know why I have to keep doing this every single time.
Information gathering module
NetScan.
initiated.
Yes. Okay. Alright, so we want to dig, which gives you more information on the IBM Watson, which is a mainframe if you know what that is. So it's ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning / IT mainframe. and IBM Watson is in there on port 8080. It's active. 8080 is a web traffic port as well. So it's like a web service.
Nice! You're doing very well, but I gotta say, this last stage...
All right. So we're going to do sfuzzer.
Information gathering module initiated.
sfuzzer sunshade. It's mail. I can tell you that right now. Oops. It's mail.sunshade-corp.com. Team 30. It's gonna be mail, I can tell you that. Maybe this was the one that was 41 seconds. I think it might be. Oh, 20 seconds. Okay. So now
Information gathering module initiated.
Okay, so we don't need that. So we just need the WMI scanner.
Information gathering module initiated.
Net scan. Yeah, I know the mail server. So we got the Active Directory, and we have J Valenti, right? So we know J Valenti is a user because there's a C share. So we're going to use the password crack tool, password attack,
and
it's
intrusion
mail
module
dot
initiated.
sunshadecorp.com. That's the mail server, and then it's J Valenti. That's the user.
Target acquired.
If hacking was this
Attack
easy, I probably
launched.
would have been certified and been doing this for work a long time ago. They just make it seem like it's really cool with the flashy colors and, you know, these cool little, fly out menus. Hacking is not like that at all.
Password successfully compromised.
There's Raccoon. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Got it. Cool. Go back. Active Directory. Access certification. Start the phase. Leon's computer. Perform a net scan. And we want to dig into it. So
Network disconnected.
WMI scanner.
Information gathering module
Net scan.
initiated.
Net scan. Oh, am I not connected to Leon's computer?
Turbine C2
I was
registry
not.
connection completed.
That's why.
Information gathering module
Net scan.
initiated.
There we go. That's much better. And then we're going to dig ERP Active Directory. And that's going to give us, the port, what server it's running. We know the location of the Active Directory server.
Great.
We can connect
Now
to
that
it.
you know the location of the Active Directory server, we can connect to it.
Copy and paste.
Select and copy the Active Directory path in your WMI scanner using Control-C on your keyboard. Open the Active Directory module in the Information Gathering menu and...
So we're actually going to copy that and Active Directory.
Information
And we're gonna paste
gathering
it.
module initiated.
How fun that is that? It's done.
In
It's
the
actually
last
not bad.
certification, we used information on the WMI...
So we're gonna find the IT admins, and it's gonna be Becky Chambers. Sorry, Becky. Right, and then we want to password attack.
Password attack and intrusion module initiated.
And the IT ERP IT mainframe, which is IBM Watson and Speed Chambers.
Target
John the
acquired.
Ripper.
Attack launched. successfully
Let's see, it wasn't bad.
compromised.
See, this is 3 in the exclamation point in there. Threw it off. Got it. And man in the middle.
Things are going to get
Man in the middle attacks are fun.
Intercepting user activity
Basically,
on the
yeah,
network
you're
is
intercepting
much
them.
easier than you
It's
think.
not going to go through all that explanation there. So, did they give us
Turbine
anyone? Yes,
C2
we
ready
got
connection completed.
Deluge. Man in the middle. Heart poison. It's going to be 66 and 1. And with the URL
Network
strapper.
intrusion module
Snapper, rather.
initiated.
Intranet. Config. Server 1.
Another way to deploy a man-in-the-middle attack.
Okay. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can go through all these. We're gonna abort connection. Scan for host. And I think this was 240. No. Which one is it? Hack into internet. Deluge. What is this? Lock connection deluge, hack into internet, open man in the middle, 144 for the victim, and 1.1. Launch the packet sniffer. Oh, okay, because we gotta get the hash, that's right. Alright, so we gotta do intranet. So we got a fingerprint. Fingerprint, because we gotta find out what's vulnerable. So we gotta hack into it. When they say hack into it, they mean use the Fox acid. Intranet dot dialogue dot net. I don't remember which vulnerability it was. Akami, which Akami is actually it's a weird. I know that technology.
Information gathering module initiated.
Search, exploit, Akami client, TCP/IP, spoofed header. All right, so now we're going to Fox Acid the server.
Fox
it's gonna
Acid
be
server connection
TCP/IP and spoofed header. Rootkit after midnight. Target URL is our most recent one. And it knows it's 443 and which is secure and Akami.
Fox acid attack
We got
successful.
it. Deluge internet.
Connection completed.
Done. Okay, now we gotta connect to. We're gonna actually close that. Open this. Now we want 1.4 IT and 1.1 the router, and we want to do a packet sniffer.
Network intrusion module
We're
initiated.
gonna open up Notepad. Wait for the packet sniff. There it is. This entire thing right here. Control V, Control C. Okay. Okay, got that. That was a little bit longer training, but we did it. Alright, so Notepad here. We're in the
Turbine C2 registry initiated.
internet. We're in the internet, yeah.
Turbine C2 registry
And find our Active
initiated.
Directory. So we need WMI,
Information
so we
gathering
know where
module
the directory is.
initiated.
I kind of don't like this processing of figuring out where it is, but because another game has it somewhere else. But this is our AD right here, so I know that now. So I just go there, copy,
Information
paste.
gathering module initiated.
Got that. Look at their policies, passwords. So we know that their policies are you need one number and one symbol, and it uses NTLM or NT Land Manager for their encryption. And then we're gonna go and do password attack,
Password
a hash.
attack and intrusion module initiated.
Put the hash there and start it.
Target
And then we want the
acquired.
NTLM
Awaiting
rainbow
variables
table.
to launch attack.
And you want to select at least one number and symbol and start.
Attack launched.
You can tell that the training, like I said, the training is getting a little more intense, but it's more fun because it's more steps. Like you have to
Password
remember,
successfully
you know,
compromised.
the procedure to do it. It's linear. That's what I was looking for earlier. It's very, you know, once you do this, you have to do this, and you take that, you know, so it's linear. But yeah, so we got this here. So Excelsior. Okay. Cool. And back now. Aircrack is wireless, Wi-Fi. So we're gonna do that. Close out Notepad.
Okay, not
And
Time to go.
yeah, basically we're just gonna scan aircrack
Information gathering module
and
initiated.
arrow dump. I wonder if it's gonna. Am I on the right network? Yep. Okay. So I can't make that bigger. Support. Oh yeah, I'm on the
Turbine
internet. I need the
C2
support.
connection completed.
That's I wasn't. Okay. So we want to do arrow dump on this one now. It's nice to have these up here. Oh yeah, it was nice. Arrow dump. So handshake that, and then we want to copy that as well. So this is going to dump all this data here. These are all devices. And then we want to do handshake that on both the internal and the guest network. And it's going to add more devices in here. It's really cool tool. Okay,
Triangulate the data.
so now we have to do a little bit of piecing and puzzling here, right? So we're going to do X key score, clear.
forensics
Figure
initiated.
out, we gotta figure out his schedule here, which we're gonna do based on this. So September 4th between 10 and 6, Monday. Tuesday between 10 and 6, 10 and 6. Thursday was 11 to 7, and then 10 and 6 on Friday. So it's gonna be this one right here, because the time here is 10, and Thursday he came in at 11.
Network intrusion module initiated.
So that's it. We hacked his phone. Yep. Phone notes,
You're
file
in.
browser,
Well
found the
done.
notes.
Let's take a break and just review some of our.
So we actually have to go back to find his phone right here. Okay. Hotspot. We gotta turn on the hotspot.
Connection completed.
That just says, yeah, you know, if you connect to a hotspot, you'll be making a direct connection. And then we go into this, and it's going to be, I can't copy and paste from his phone, but it is file browser, and the host is going to be, let's see if we can do this. Temp 0451. Dialogue.net. And his wasp is a user, and the password is NetTrusion. Oops. Wasp. It's funny because when I see stuff like that in videos that I watch, I'm always like yelling at the screen like, you're typing in the wrong space or something stupid. Click here, Download me. Complete. So this is like the little thing that he basically found for us. So we had, or he put there for us to find. So we're gonna go back. Done. Okay. And the last one is new stream live. This one is actually kind of fun.
You made it.
I'm gonna be your wingman in this real life scenario.
So it's a
but
real
not-
life scenario, quote unquote.
Network disconnected.
Nothing is real life scenario. So we're not on
Turbine
anything
C2
right
registry
now.
Initiated.
We're going to
Information
find
gathering
a,
module
I think it
initiated.
was, we're gonna do it this way. OSINT scan news stream live.ca, and it's gonna be s and google.com. We're gonna do 1,000 D1000 because it was 500 didn't pick it up. But there's a within 1,000 search results there is a site. No, it wasn't. Why was it? Lifestyle sports. S fuzzer. Newsstream live.ca T 45. Yeah, it's one of these. So we gotta find an entry point into Newsstream's network. So basically, they have one of these is vulnerable, and I want to say it's the extranet is what it is. So we're gonna do while that's working, we're gonna do fingerprint
Information gathering module initiated.
extranet.newsstreamlive.ca. I come over here. Yeah, it's still scanning, but it's the extranet site that we wanted. And it's vulnerable, SharePoint 2007. So we're gonna do.
Fox acid server
We need to
connection
know what it
initiated.
is vulnerable though. Exploit database.
Information
Because they're all
gathering
different.
module
Search.
initiated.
Exploit. SharePoint 2007. SOAP TCP. Okay. Delivery. TCP. Exploit. SOAP. After midnight. Extranet. Go.
Fox acid attack launched. Fox acid attack 6
Got it.
connection
We're gonna
completed.
connect. And go back to training. Yeah, I know. Well, cool. Okay.
Information gathering module initiated.
Let's scan it and dig information about their employees. Guys, see how it says dig out? Because we gotta use a dig command. So we're gonna do dig srv admin employee employe registry. Okay, so we got all these new entities added. So we're gonna go to clear this, and it's gonna be Laura, Andy, and that ID. And we want to make a match with. Okay, it's not that one. Camera crew ID.
Wow, you're doing great. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
I
the
know.
evidence
I've done
you
this
just found.
before.
She shares the same company
So-
vehicle records as the cameraman, and it's been checked out a half hour ago.
Yeah, cool.
X key score forensics initiated.
But we want to look at that again, though. Camera crew ID. This license plate right here. We need that. Oh, okay, we had it open again.
X
All
key
right.
score forensics
So we're gonna do
initiated.
traffic. think it's... Let's see if that will give us... We gotta have Andy in there. What? No, it's
X key score forensics initiated.
it's not Andy. I know I did this already. It's traffic CCTV. No, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Can't remember right now. Radar snapshot. Okay, so take this information here. That's what it was. We needed, because I know we needed to take this information and put it in Notepad. So we got this, that, and this. That's what we needed. And close that out. Close that out. All right. And
Drone and imagery intelligence active.
oops.
X key score forensics
Close
initiated.
And
Drone and
open
imagery
Notepad.
intelligence active.
There. And there. And then we need to copy the license plate because we want to access the car here. You can do it by phone or by car if you have the MAC address of the phone. But we got it.
Smart
Scan wire
billboards.
signatures.
That's gonna be fun.
So at this point, what we're going to do is we are going to
You see those billboards around?
scan the billboards. That's pretty cool audio to listen to, but we're going to scan the billboards.
Drone and imagery intelligence
Right.
active.
So we're going to find a vulnerability in
Information gathering module
what was it?
initiated.
This thing was like a minute, I think. Try media. Never. Use an OSINT scan. Yeah. OSINT scan. No, that's fingerprint. Oops.
Information gathering module
OSINT
initiated.
scan. I want to say it was like triummedia.com, google.com, 1000, because I think this was the one that they had it really well hidden. Like if you did any kind of search results, you only find their triummedia.com in like 500 results in sfuzzer. So I was able to find their API, this API billboard right here, and that has a vulnerability. So if I do fingerprint,
Information gathering
and that's
module initiated.
fingerprint API dot billboard dot triummedia.com, and this will tell me their vulnerabilities, and then we get in there and we basically track them. So it's a media server. Now we're going to go to exploit database,
Information gathering module
Search.
initiated.
exploit media server, and if you hit the tab key, it'll do auto completion, which is nice. Okay, so we got UDP and segmentation fault, and we're going to hack into
Fox acid server connection
UDP.
initiated.
segmentation fault, rootkit after midnight, and API billboard.
Fox
And
acid
do it.
attack launched.
I'm going to do it.
Fox
Nice
acid
job.
attack
Now,
successful.
activate the VPN and go back to our satellite feed.
Okay,
Network disconnected.
connecting
Connection
to a
completed.
VPN. Okay. Alright. Why is this? Where is it? Is it here? Oh, there it is.
Drone
Okay.
and imagery intelligence active.
All right. Oh, I do have VPN access though.
Turbine C2 registry initiated.
Oh, I was.
Connection
Start the tracking
completed.
again. Hopefully they have.
That's where I needed to be on there.
Drone and imagery intelligence active.
Yeah, I needed to be on the Trimedia site. Oops.
We now
Okay.
have each billboard.
So basically,
Good job.
we're connected to
What
the
you see
VPN
here
of
is
the
downloaded
smart
data from
billboards.
the billboard.
So as they go
It shows
by
how
each of
cell
these
phone
billboards,
signatures detected at the
we're going to triangulate their position because it's going to pick up their address here. It's going to take a minute because we kind of, I don't know, it didn't kick in or something. But it's one of these, I think it's this Apple device.
Do you see where we're going
I mean,
with this?
yep, this Apple
What
device
you
right
have
here.
here is the unique signature found in both locations. As you can see, we drastically narrowed the list. These duplicates are her and some of the cars following her. Hit it another time.
Yeah, are you really going to come through here? Ugh. This thing is just taking forever. Just drive around looking for stories. Come on, keep going. I'm gonna hit it.
Job's done,
Yep,
mate.
got it.
Just connect to that cell phone and see what you can find. I'll let you finish the report for Wheeler. It was nice working with you.
So we just
Network
click it
intrusion module
and
initiated.
activate the microphone.
Why they make Chihuahua tuxedos?
What is that? What the hell is going on?
Something's wrong with the car. Hold on, I'm pulling over.
The car is doing weird things. It's weird.
The engine just died.
Yeah. Done. Now we're 3. And that's it. That's it for all the training. No more training. All this is done. Check marked. So 100% Academy. Time for the solo story. And I will come back and start recording the solo story because the first mission is it stumped me for a second there because I wasn't thinking clearly, but yeah, there's no more training. It's all mission after that. All right, see you in the next one.